Okay. I'm an occupational therapist usually, but right now I'm on maternity leave with my baby girl. So she's almost 5 months now. And I'd say she was around 2 months old, I started having pretty severe right shoulder pain. And I wasn't able to do anything I needed to do with my baby. And being her mom, I'm the one that needs to do it. So I called Abby. Yeah, so it was more of a lot of repetitive movements that I was doing with my daughter. Really bad like posture and positioning. So any like breastfeeding was really like the main culprit. My breastfeeding position, always using my right side, and then burping her constantly. And just any sort of carrying of her needed my right arm. And then just the day-to-day stuff like diaper changes, picking up her car seat, carrying her stroller, like all of those things compounded to just a really, painful shoulder. Yeah, I would say it started as an ache, and then it was a lot of like sharp pains anytime I would try to actually use it. And then it started interfering with my sleep. Like I'd wake up with really severe sharp pains at night, if I tried to sleep on that side or if I'd move around. And then it just became a weakness, like achy, painful weakness, and just couldn't even use my right arm. I tried really, just did like ice packs, and I couldn't take Tylenol just because of breastfeeding, but I just did ice packs and heat packs, tried to take Epsom salt baths, those kinds of things just to see if like the pain would go away, but it just kept getting worse. So great question. I think because I thought I tried everything in my arsenal that I had, and just not wanting to take a bunch of like pain medication either, I knew I needed to fix the underlying issue because all these Band-Aid solutions weren't working. And I really was just getting discouraged by how hard my day-to-day life was because of like one shoulder. Like it just interfered with everything. So I definitely was like, I definitely need physiotherapy. So Precision has great Google reviews, and some of the colleagues that I work with in my role as an OT had recommended Precision because there was the 2 locations. So I called you up, and then I got the appointment like that day. So, yes, it was super thorough. I couldn't believe how many other movements I wasn't able to do. And also I just felt so assured that someone figured out what the problem was. Like I left feeling like I had a full assessment and I really got the underlying issue. Like it wasn't just a pain that I needed to take Tylenol for, like it was something I could actually work on. And we had a super clear plan. We had goals that were very function-based. And yeah, I think even just after the first session, I was like, all in. Everything was virtual. So everything from the comfort of my own home. And yeah, like the problem's been fixed from home. Yeah, so Abby told me that I would be better by August, and I didn't really believe him at first, but sticking with the exercises, I got my little virtual pictures every session of what to do. I knew how many reps to do. So just doing the exercises at home every day started getting better and better. And like overall, just me sticking with my homework and then having our virtual session, I couldn't believe the progress I made. So 180 totally in just a month. I can't believe it because I went from like not being able to do anything, waking up my husband in the middle of the night because I couldn't even hold her, to now like I can do 95% of everything I need to do without pain. Awesome.
And what would those things be? What are those activities that you're now able to do better that you were previously having issues?
So everything with my daughter. So changing her diaper, picking her up, getting her dressed. Breastfeeding has been the biggest changed that I'm now comfortable and I don't have pain in my shoulder. But then a lot of like my own self-care things, like even me getting dressed or washing my back in the shower or putting on my seatbelt or reaching for, the cup on the top shelf, like all of those functional things in my day I can do now. So just don't let it go any longer. I delayed it for 2 months, which was too long. And, it's going to just keep getting worse, and you're going to have more and more things you can't do in your day if you don't actually deal with the underlying issue. And then more so like prevention, because now I know how to actually prevent this from happening again. So I would say definitely make the call, embrace virtual therapy, because it's something that was new to me as well. But I don't think there was anything we couldn't do virtually, truly. And if there is something, you can always go into the clinic, but the virtual aspect was so convenient, especially having a new baby. Yes, absolutely. Anyone that needs physio, for sure.
Okay.